Welcome to Global World Watch. Please subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. The waters around the Philippines are now a crowded arena of global power. Warships from the US, China, Japan, and others are converging here, signaling the region's new strategic importance. The Pacific's calm surface hides a tense competition for influence and security. Each ship is a statement. These sea lanes are vital, and no one is backing down. The South China Sea now resembles a busy highway of warships, not just a trade route. This buildup raises the risk of miscalculation. One wrong move could spark a crisis. Navies aren't just passing through, they're drilling, surveilling, and preparing for conflict. The Philippines, once a bystander, is now a central player in this high-stakes drama. The world is watching, knowing that what happens here will shape global trade and security. The choices made in these waters will ripple far beyond Asia. Understanding this naval surge is key to grasping the challenges ahead. The stakes have never been higher for the Philippines, or the world. The Indo Pacific is now the world's strategic and economic heart. Over half the world's population lives here, and its sea lanes carry the lifeblood of global trade. Disruption in these waters would send shockwaves through supply chains and markets everywhere. The region's importance draws in major powers: US, China, Japan, India, Australia, and even Europe. China's rise is challenging the old order, while the US and allies reinforce their presence. This is a multipolar chessboard, not a one-power domain. Every nation here is vying for influence, shaping the rules of the 21st century. The Indo-Pacific's future is unpredictable, but its significance is undeniable. The world's attention is fixed on these waters for good reason. What happens here will define global power and prosperity. The era of uncontested dominance is over. The Indo-Pacific is everyone's business now. Geography makes the Philippines a strategic prize. Sitting at the crossroads of Asia's busiest sea lanes, it anchors the first island chain, a natural barrier and launching pad. For China, it's an obstacle. For the US and allies, a front line of defense. The Philippines Islands are like an unsinkable aircraft carrier, projecting power and controlling access. Its proximity to Taiwan and the South China Sea makes it indispensable in any regional conflict. Trillions in trade pass nearby, tying Philippine stability to the global economy. Instability here would ripple worldwide. The Philippines' choices can shift the regional balance, giving it leverage but also immense pressure. It's not just a pawn, it's a player with real influence. The seas near the Philippines are a showcase of naval power. The US Navy, with its aircraft carriers and joint drills, asserts freedom of navigation and supports allies. China's Navy, now a blue water force, enforces sweeping claims and maintains a constant, assertive presence. The Chinese Coast Guard and maritime militia add to the pressure, often confronting other nations' vessels. Japan, with advanced ships and growing engagement, quietly counters China and supports regional security. Australia and European powers like the UK and France also send warships, signaling global concern. These navies aren't just posturing, they're shaping the rules at sea. Joint exercises, patrols, and equipment transfers deepen alliances and build deterrence. The message: the South China Sea's security is a global issue, not just a regional one. The world's maritime powers are united in upholding the rules-based order. Every ship here is a piece in a high-stakes game. The Philippines is at the center of this contest. The balance of power is shifting with every deployment. The stakes are rising with every passing day. At the heart of the tension are overlapping claims in the South China Sea. China's sweeping 9-line claim, rejected by an international tribunal, clashes with those of the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan. These disputes are about more than maps. They're about oil, fish, and strategic control. China's island building and militarization have changed the game, projecting power far from its shores. For the Philippines, these artificial islands are a direct threat to sovereignty. The US-China rivalry intensifies the standoff, with each side viewing the other's moves as provocation. Regional countries are caught in the middle, pressured to choose sides. New alliances like the Quad and AUKUS are reshaping security dynamics, seen by China as efforts to contain it. This cycle of action and reaction raises the risk of miscalculation. The region is locked in a dangerous contest of wills. The stakes: control, security, and the future order of Asia. For the Philippines, the South China Sea dispute is personal and immediate. Filipino fishermen face harassment from Chinese vessels, threatening livelihoods and food security. The 2016 tribunal ruling affirmed Philippine rights, but China ignores it, escalating tensions. At Second Thomas Shoal, Filipino Marines hold out on a grounded ship, defying Chinese blockades. Each resupply mission is a test of resolve, with real risks of confrontation. This is more than a legal battle, it's a daily struggle for sovereignty. The US and allies back international law. China asserts power and history. The Philippines stands on the front line of a contest that will define Asia's future. The outcome here will set the rules for the entire region. The world is watching every move. Under pressure, the Philippines is strengthening old alliances and forging new ones. The US-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty is now reaffirmed, with clear commitments in the South China Sea. American access to Philippine bases has expanded, boosting joint readiness and deterrence. Japan and Australia are stepping up, providing patrol boats, radar, and joint patrols. These partnerships create a network of security, not just reliance on one ally. The Philippines is building a coalition to uphold international law and regional stability. Integrated deterrence, combining military, diplomatic, and economic tools, is the new strategy. The message: the Philippines won't face these challenges alone. Regional security is now a shared responsibility. The architecture of Asian alliances is being rewritten. The Philippines is balancing sovereignty with economic reality. It stands firm on its rights, publicizing Chinese coercion to rally global support. Modernizing its military, the country signals it's serious about defense, even if outmatched. At the same time, China remains a top trading partner, complicating the equation. Manila seeks to diversify economic ties, reducing dependence and gaining flexibility. The strategy: build alliances, strengthen defenses, and defend rights without provoking wider conflict. Every move is a calculated risk, weighing security against prosperity. The Philippines walks a diplomatic tightrope, with no easy answers. Its choices will shape its future and the region's stability. The stakes are high and the margin for error is slim. The naval buildup near the Philippines is a warning. The risk of conflict is real. The Indo Pacific's future and global stability hang in the balance. One misstep could trigger a crisis with worldwide consequences. Diplomacy and open communication are crucial to prevent disaster. ASEAN and other regional groups must foster dialogue and trust. The Philippines, by modernizing and building alliances, is shaping its own destiny. Small nations can have agency and help uphold a rules-based order. The choices made here will echo for generations. Will the future be ruled by law or by might? The world must work together to keep these vital waters peaceful and prosperous.